A fierce battle for survival unfolds. This untouched wilderness is home too. Every movement hides a predator. Every shadow cloak is a potential hunt. Their prey. Those to fight back. Resilience edged into their very existence. The plains bring both life and danger. Those who adapt will thrive. Those who falter or will fall. Victory feels eternal. The Okavango was not just a place of beauty. It's a battlefield raw and relentless. Every moment is a test of day of survival. With the symphony of nature waking up around on them. The Okavango Delta alive with beauty and one. Its head to scan the horizon nervously. The lioness freezes, her eyes sharpen, unblinking. Her body motionless as the zebras resume grazing. Her body perfectly camouflaged. As she inches close to the herd, the lioness signals her cubs to spread out. Their movement synchronized. As they position themselves strategically, with explosion of power, the lion burst from its hiding spot, charging toward the unsuspecting zebra. The zebra bolts, its hooves pounding the ground. But the lion's speed and power quickly close the distance. The lion drags the zebra into the midst of the pride. Its triumphant return greeted by eager cubs. Tearing into the zebra, sharing the fresh kill among the pride. Sharp eyes scanning the open plains. Ears twitching to every sound in the distance. The left bird crouches low, its body perfectly still. Every muscle tense as it begins its stealthy approach. Palas remain unaware, their focus on feeding. Their ears twitching occasionally, but sensing no immediate danger. It steps silent and deliberate, a master of stealth. Suddenly the leopard springs into action. Its powerful legs telling it forward. With incredible speed and precision, the leopard pins the impaler, its claws digging into the prey as it delivers a swift. The leopard drags the impala to a shaded spot. With its claws and jaws fully engrossed in its meal, the leopard growls softly, quickly grabbing them. The leopard pauses, ears twitching as it senses an unfamiliar press sense. Its body tensing with alertness. The lion roars loudly, asserting its dominance. Blending with the branches, a sound that reverberates across the body. As it watches the lion feast below, these satisfied with its stolen meal. Above, the leopard gazes down, its expression a mix of frustration and caution. As it licks its lips, the savanna falls silent, save for the lion's chewing, and the occasional flutter of vultures circling above. Choosing a quiet path to slip away undetected, leaving the lion to its feast. In a shaded grove, her cubs play energetically. full squeals and playful swats, tumbling over each other with joy. Leopard secures its catch and begins descending, its body blending seamlessly with the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Suddenly, the lion charges with incredible speed, its powerful body moving with precision and intent. She stops abruptly, her sharp eyes locking onto the scene ahead, and despair consuming her. Unable to intervene, she retreats into the shadow, her tail flicking with frustration and grief. The lion finishes its meal, standing tall, its dominance reaffirmed as it surveys the area. Before leaving, alone, the mother leopard approaches the spot where her cub lay, sniffing the ground and letting out a mournful cry. Her steps measured as though she's protecting her child. Even in death. Nature's beauty is as unforgiving as it is breathtaking. The savanna grows quieter, the leopard's sorrow blending into the stillness of the night. As she remains by her cub, the sun sets over the Okavango Delta, painting the sky in hues of orange and crimson. The land quiet, but the scars of the day's battles remain. And in the soil, from the highest branches to the deepest waters, every creature bears its scars, flash violently, sending shock waves through the water. As the rest of the herd begins to stir, sensing the escalating tension, hidden among the reeds, a pack of African wild dogs watches intently, their sharp eyes fixed on the distracted herd. Sensing the danger, the red ledge, we began to panic. In the chaos, an antelope, its eyes flashed with extreme fear as it saw the pack of wild dogs slowly closing in. Some stood tall on them. Just as it reaches dry land, the Lecheway is ambushed by another wild dog, its jaws clamping tightly. The African wild dog was determined not to give the red. It had to try to hold off the red which way until the rest of the pack arrived, in time to finish off its prey. Not having time to change direction, the red Lecheway took a bite to the trunk, its painful roar drowning out the sound of the water. Each member feasting greedily, their sharp teeth ripping apart the flesh. With practiced efficiency, the sound of splashing water betrays the wild dog stealth, leaving ripples that echo across the quiet plain. It ears at the sound and lets out a warning. Sensing their prey escaping the wild dog, the Lecheway leap gracefully. It's giving them an advantage over their shorter-legged pursuers. Exhausted, some wild dogs slip in the mud, their momentum blowing in the sticky terrain as they struggle to maintain their footing. They try to speed up on the next dry land, but by this time the final chase ended in the helplessness of the African wild dogs. The savanna glows under the warm hues of a senate. Sun turning the dry my grass a brilliant gold. A leopard emerges dragging its prey. An antelope carcass toward a secluded spot. Its powerful body moving gracefully. Suddenly, a distant noise breaks the illness. Emerging from the grass, their eyes gleaming with predatory intent and the pack of African wild dogs. A large pack of African wild dogs approaches. Charged straight at the leopard. The leopard was frightened by the number of dogs, so it quickly fled, leaving its prey behind. A dog swarmed the carcass with ferocious hunger, tearing into it with sharp teeth. The pack of hyenas moves closer, their laughter growing louder, announcing their intent to challenge the wild dogs. A fierce confrontation begins as the wild dogs, unwilling to surrender their spoils, charge with speed and precision. Hyenas retaliate with your power and numbers, delivering crushing bites to their rivals. Blood and dust fill the air as the battle intensifies. The ground becomes a chaotic mess of snarling predators. The hyenas take over, tearing into the carcass with savage delight, their sharp teeth crunching bones with ease. The hyenas feast noisily, unaware. They ignited a grudge that will spark another inevitable confrontation. Pack of African wild dogs, their eyes burning with vengeance. Recognizing their old, and I mean the anger flares, they move quickly, surrounding their target like a coordinated whirlwind. The hyena stiffens, realizing the danger too late. It growls defiantly, bracing itself for an inevitable fight. The wild dog's perfect coordination leaves no room for escape. They bite and claw, relentlessly pushing the hyena to its limit. Suddenly the flock takes flight again, and their synchronized movements, a breathtaking spectacle of nature's harmony. The Okavango River, a haven for flamingos, and one flamingo strikes with precision, its beak plunging into the water and emerging with a wriggling fish. Catch glinting in the sunlight as it prepares to eat. Flamingo and its shimmering prize. The eagle dives with breathtaking its wings folded back, hurtling toward the unsuspecting flamingo. Ends with its catch. The eagle flies toward its nest. A flock of southern red-crowned cranes flies majestically over the river, says a territorial dispute begins to unfold. Their fight takes a dramatic. The crocodile lunges, its jaw snapping shut just inches from one crane, missing as it flaps desperately. The two cranes regroup on them. Suddenly, the sharp cry of a fish eagle echoes, its wings cutting through the sky as it soars above. The eagle lifts the crane into the air, its powerful wings beating as it carries its catch upward. The crane flaps desperately, its wings creating a frenzy of splashes, bagging it underwater with a powerful splash as ripples spread outward. The Okavango River, where end of earth its sweets and wafting. The leader, a powerful male with it. As soon as the leader bent down to inspect the nest, the bees rushed, determined eyes locked on the glistening golden honey inside. The leader noticed the intrusion, growling menacingly. spreading out his chest to assert his dominance over the sweet reward. Refusing to back down, the younger baboon lunged at the leader, stunning him momentarily with an unexpected bold move. However, he immediately calmed down, bared his teeth and roared loudly, and immediately he turned around to counterattack. The troop, intimidated by the fight, stayed back. From the mound, the troop spotted sleek cheetahs, prowling through the grass, their piercing yellow eyes locked on their prey. The leader baboon, sensing the looming threat, startling both his troop and the predators. In a daring move, the leader charged at the cheetahs, his powerful stride scattering the tall grass around him. The cheetahs, startled by the unexpected aggression, exchanging uncertain glances, debating whether to retreat or retaliate. The leader roared again, baring his teeth as he closed the gap, his fearless display shaking the cheetah's resolve. Realizing the risk outweighed the reward, their lives, bodies vanishing into the golden expanse of grass. Join us next time as we return to the part of Africa where survival knows no end.